What is up, guys? Welcome to Under Basket. Thank you for joining us under the basket this evening or daytime, whenever you're watching this. Thank you. First and foremost, I want to thank our sponsor, Iron Line Disc Golf Supply. All the discs that we give away is donated to our show by them. So thank you very much. Their shops here in Moline, Illinois. So go check them out. They got everything you could possibly need for disc golf. Chase will answer any questions you have about anything disc golf related, so they're very good at that type of stuff. So you'll probably be watching this after, but we have a pre-recorded interview with Nick Masters that we did of Prodigy Discs. We had the interview on Facebook because we had a little bit of a hiccup with internet.
Yeah,
that's why we're not able to do the show live tonight, but we're gonna keep moving onward. So and we had the giveaway as well. Tony Thompson won that. At the end of the show today, we will be showing you the next disc and giving you...
Not sure what.
Yeah, we're just going to kind of roll with it. So we have a couple here to choose from. So whatever we're feeling at the end is what we're going to do. So we're going to open up the show as we do always with a little bit of local news. I know Lip sort of tried something new here with Under the Basket with this last doubles tournament. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how the tournament went?
Yeah.
And kind of the way we're going to cover stuff in the future.
So the tournament was good. I woke up Sunday morning, had spaced about the tournament. I saw a couple posts about it, and I was thinking, maybe I could get on somebody's team, like maybe somebody's partner bailed. But it seemed like everybody's posts had been matched and people had found partners.
Right.
Which
is interesting, too, because the weather
randomly
about as bad as it could be.
They told me he thought about canceling it. He debated
I could see why. I mean, it's just sloshy and muddy and cold and wet and just
the random
not
snow
ideal
after
conditions.
We've been out of snow for a little bit. It kind of deters
just when the weather
people.
seems like it's going in the right direction for disc golfers where we can actually play all week long or as much as we want. Now it's snow again, but just another obstacle.
But it was good. I mean, I wanted to go there and get some video and photos, and I tried to upload all the photos I took yesterday as I did it. The videos, I have cropped them all into a movie, but I haven't, since I don't have internet right now, I was unable to get them onto my desktop computer to run them in this.
Yeah, we're just going to run them over top of us talking.
Yeah,
talking
about
the
tournament.
Uploaded.
Yeah, we'll get them uploaded and we'll get them on there. Probably post them to Facebook as well.
Facebook, and we have the Facebook and the Instagram page if you guys need other content.
Yep.
So.
And I did go live on Facebook. I followed the lead card for pro, the chase card for pro, and got a couple other shots live of other cards as well, just scattered throughout.
And this was at Devil's Glen. I don't know if you mentioned where it was.
I went live at Middle Park the first round. Oh,
okay.
I'll probably tell them about the tournament.
Yeah,
so
why don't you get
it? Was Bettendorf doubles. It was 2 rounds. One round at Middle Park, and the second round was at Devil's Glen. I thought it was a pretty good turnout for the weather with how quick the storm came. It was cool to see so many people out on the course throwing and just having a good time. It just seemed like everybody was enjoying themselves, and some people were upset about their play, but you're playing in snow.
Yeah.
You can't, you got to take it with a grain of salt.
Absolutely.
But it was awesome. So go ahead and check out that footage. Ben Calloway with AO ended up falling to Nick Snelling and Joe Luoff. It was an awesome. I watched a handful of holes, but it was fun to watch them. Just I know how much better all 4 of them are than me, and it was cool to just be behind them and watch their technique.
I was going to say
their
technique and just the way they go about around.
Yeah, how smooth they release the disc, and it was a really neat experience for me. I enjoyed it a lot. Wish I could have been playing, but Snelling and Joe ended up holding on for the victory. Not sure what they won by or how many, but I heard they took home the W. on the pro side, and Chris Crosby and Josh Ray held on to win advanced. I know Crosby was a little nervous going into the second round. He had a 2-stroke lead, and he was just hoping he could maintain it.
Just maintain, yeah.
And he did. They both did. They weathered the storm, made some big putts, got the job done, and took home the victory. They posted pictures of their plaques and stuff last night. It was cool. Eric Ruiz and Dixon, they ended up taking down intermediate. I did not look at scores or anything. I just looked at who won. Just wanted to highlight you guys for taking home
because they're just numbers anyway.
Yeah, it's all just numbers. And then the last one was Castro and Arlas. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that. I apologize if I butchered it. But they ended up taking down Rec. And, I mean, all they needed was a women's division, and everything was filled.
Yeah, and everything would have been chocked full.
Yeah, I mean, not filled, but
enough.
Yeah. But it was just fun. I got, what was it? It was like 5 minutes, I think, of footage that I'm going to be uploading, and it's just one clip after another of people throwing different shots from different holes on both courses. I got a lot more action from Devil's Glen than I did middle.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I showed up after they already started, so I didn't really know where people were. I just kind of went down on hole 10, the over the creek one at middle, and I did some filming there. And then I walked, I think, 1 and 2 with David Inman and his card. But I mean, I was there for Devil's Glen, so I knew where everyone was started, and I kind of positioned myself to follow people around. Yeah, but
so instead of just hearing us or hearing him talk about it, you can actually kind of see some of the action.
Yeah, which will make it good. I'm gonna try to go to all or most of the tournaments in our area to at least get some footage like that to upload. And next time we will have it. Since I know how to do it now, I can get them all edited together and have them on my computer ready to go.
So during this conversation, they will be playing subsequently in the background.
For sure. So look for that in the future. We will be at the Rumble. I couldn't play, so I thought I'd go and get footage. I'm going to be at a wedding on Saturday, but I'm going to be there for the final round. I'm planning on following the lead card out at Westlake. Probably going to go live with that if I'm able to, or at least get some footage to upload later. So, yeah, it should be pretty good. But also, I mean, it happened beforehand, but King of the Course last week, I forget who won and stuff, honestly. It might have been Ben Calloway, if I'm thinking. Actually, I took a picture of it. Because I wanted to make sure I knew.
Because you knew you'd need it for an exact moment like this.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we talked about King of the Course last Monday. There isn't a King of the Course tonight. There was a Mulligan Monday. I believe it was at Prospect this evening. So last Wednesday for the first King of the Course, Ben Calloway came away with the victory. Chris Sprague following up second. Eric Clark got first in advance with Josh Ray coming in behind by 2 strokes. Man, Calloway won easily. He shot 50, and next closest was 54.
Dang, so he had a pretty comfortable lead.
Yeah, that's a comfortable little victory
Good
there.
round.
Curtis Cordray and Ron Eaton ended up winning intermediate, and Carrie Ricketts won the women's side. Tracy Lopez got second.
Cool.
So, I mean, solid turnout for the first KOC of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it doesn't hurt to get in because, I mean, all those points add up.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to be the king or queen of the course, it's going to be hard to, I mean.
If you start missing them early, then it's hard to make up.
Yeah, like class in college.
Yeah.
Once you start skipping,
once you start
it can
the
snowball
trend,
quick.
Yep. I wouldn't know anything about that,
though. Dan does. But, so, I mean, that kind of does it for me.
For local.
Yeah.
Obviously be looking out for just news about the Rumble and all that type of
Yep.
stuff because that's coming up here.
Yep. There's other stuff going on too. I know Matt Schlabach with Titan Disc Golf. I know they got tournaments going on and events for people to play. So if you're looking for other things,
there's
to
always
do.
chains to be banged.
Yep.
There's always chains
That's
to
true.
be banged.
That's not a sexual innuendo. That
Not
was just
at all. Chains.
banging chains, and disc golfers know what you mean when you hear that smash of the chains. It's just a great thing. I wish we had our basket.
I know it's too far away.
I know.
We
See,
used
if
to have
Log
it
was
right up.
here,
He
would
could hit
be,
the chains for
boom,
us,
he'd
yeah.
be hitting the chains right now.
But yeah, so that's gonna do it for us for local news. But
Yeah.
do we have a disc of the week? I know you said you did, and then we'll get into some PDGA news.
I don't know anything about this disc. I
just thought it was interesting.
Scrolling through my Instagram. Honestly, I don't even think I've ever heard of this company, but
It has a really cool stamp.
it has a really cool stamp. It's called the Key or Kia. It's
Spell it,
KEA, and it's made by RPM Discs, which I'm assuming is a New Zealand-based company, which is probably why we don't hear of them that much, because it says New Zealand right underneath their name. It says 1R underneath Kia, so I'm assuming that's probably the first run. It says it's a brand new disc from RPM, overstable, small diameter, mid-range approach disc. The numbers on it are 5503. So I wish I had something over here I could look at.
What do you mean? You got plenty that you can look at.
Oh yeah, what does that gator say? What are the
it's
numbers
hard
on
to read
it?
it. 5203.
5203, and this was 55003. Huh.
So it's similar.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah, but it's
If anyone can answer this for me, this
disc.
this gator and the gator I gave to you, that red one with the yellow.
Yep.
It has the numbers, but on the back side, and I wish I wouldn't have wrote my name or number on this, but you can see where the patent numbers were that were scraped off.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to know, like, how many of these are, like, how rare is that? Because this is the only one I've ever come across.
With the numbers,
and
like,
Jared Collins from
X'd
Geneseo,
out.
he was the one that pointed it out to me because he sold me that red one that I got you.
And he said it was
and-
unique because it has
And
the
he
patent
showed it to
number.
me,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I have a gator at home. I'm going to check it. And same thing.
Huh.
So, I don't know. I thought that was...
If anybody else is
I think that's
listening and
kinda
knows the
interesting.
deal with that, then
Yeah, talk to me. Hit us up. Under the
yeah,
basket.
that does look weird.
Oh, man, we have a new intro coming too, thanks to Kirk Ramirez.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it's a great little
We'll
clip of him.
we'll have that clipped out for our intro.
But back into disc of the week, Kia. This picture is really cool, so I'm gonna come up to the webcam and just show it up
if you
there
can
quick.
see it. It's got like some sort of bird. I would assume it looks like some sort of bird. I don't know exactly. You got a good view of it there, Lip?
Yeah, it's turning out not too bad.
All right. The Kia, however you say it.
Yeah.
However you say it or
Kia.
whatever.
I don't know.
We don't know
It's
how it
cool,
flies.
though.
It's a
Says
overstable
it's
mid-range.
overstable, so maybe
Overstable
like a
mid-range. Maybe it
gator
is
or a
similar
zone
to a
or a
gator.
rat
Yeah.
or a drone or something else
Or
that's overstable
something.
from another company that I'm not 100% sure of. I'm sorry that I mainly throw Innova.
Yeah. So that's the disc of the week. Just something interesting with a cool stamp.
You know what I was
that
thinking?
maybe you could check out.
I thought of the giveaway we should do. We have 2 zones,
Yeah. Yes, we do.
so let's give one of them away.
Well, let's finish
I just
what we
want to
doing.
tease it. Like, we're going to be giving this away.
That's it.
We'll talk about it.
I'll do disc of the week, the Kia something
Yeah, from RPM Discs. Go
RPM
check it
Discs.
out.
out of New Zealand.
Yep.
It's just kind of interesting.
Probably not many of them here in the U.S., but if somebody's got one, wants to send us a little clip of it, we'll post it to our stuff
Yeah.
so people can see what it's like.
So now we're going to move into the happenings of the PDGA. We got a couple of tournaments that happened over the last week that we're going to go over here. What do we got?
The first one we were going to talk about is the 2018 Daniel Bowe Memorial, sponsored by the DGA. It was in Escondido, California, I think.
Escondido.
I think. There were 227 total players for this event. A lot of pros were out for this one.
Any big names?
Paul Ulibarri
Oh,
ended
yeah?
up taking the win. He shot 30 under par for the course of the entire weekend. It was a 3-round event. Coming in second was Seppu Paju of Prodigy. Both of them are Prodigy,
That's
actually.
A mouthful.
Yeah. Sias Elmore, I think maybe is how you say that. Sias.
Sias.
Elmore tied with Seppu for second, which was honestly great for this guy because, okay, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So out of the top 6 people that placed, well, top 7, 6 of them are rated over 1,000. And the dude that tied Seppu for second is 996.
Dang,
so, like,
so he played.
He played very
good.
well. Like, that's, dude.
For his rating, yeah.
Yeah, congrats to him. Nick Wood tied for 6th there. Bobby Music. Okay, there's so many people here. Michael Brown. Lisa Fakis ended up winning it on the women's side. She shot even. Leslie Todd was right behind her with 1 over.
Ooh, tight one there.
Yes, it was. Total of 8 open women in the field, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, I mean, not really sure what the course looked like or anything like that. Maybe there might be some Central Coast footage just since it was out in California.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, California, I'm sure it was not a bad course to be at.
No.
And congrats to Ulibarri for getting the victory there. I've met him a couple times, and he's always been really, really nice to me. The couple times he probably has doesn't remember me at all, but he was cool.
He might have been on a lead card at the Memorial at some point. I remember watching.
I mean, he's been on the footage a lot.
Card. Yeah, I remember watching him play 18 at some point this year.
Yeah, and he's a fun player to watch. I mean, he changes his putting style often. I don't think he has for a while now, but
nice. He had a nice smooth stroke. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
You can just tell when somebody has that, just a smooth release. It's just fun to watch.
But, I mean, yeah, it's always good to watch people that are way better than you.
Yeah, seriously, at anything.
Because then
sports.
It's like you have those one random throws every now and then that you're like, man,
if I could just harness that.
I just felt like Will Schuster right there.
Exactly.
Make a big straddle putt, dude.
Oh yeah,
that was my inner Nico.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next one I wanted to chat about is the Open at Flat Creek. It was presented by Discraft down in Marble Falls, Texas. Got ahead of myself. 118 people showed up for that one. James Conrad.
There you go.
Came out with the victory. Congrats. That's awesome. Fellow long-haired dude getting a victory there. That's cool. And he's sponsored by Innova. He needs an in the bag. I would like to know what James Conrad throws. His entire bag.
Is he the one that was in the tie for the Waco?
I think so.
Yeah.
No, that was Nate Perkins.
Nate Perkins. That's who I get mixed up with. Yeah.
Discmania. Dude, and the second place guy for this one, John Perry, rated 995, beat Ricky Wysocki, who came in third.
Oh, dang.
Joel Freeman tied for third. Bradley Williams and Landon Knight.
Joel Freeman's been pretty consistent this year, dude. His name's always
up there. It seems like. Maybe he hasn't once or twice,
him
but
in a couple of
seems like he's been in at least the top 10 for all these events so far.
At least it feels like it. His name,
Drew Gibson, Devin Owens, Nico.
I think Ricky needs to get a W just to get his confidence going again.
Him and Paul.
Yeah.
True. I think Paul actually won this weekend. He played. That's the next one we're talking about.
The next tournament.
But I mean, what up, Log? I mean, Ricky didn't shoot. His second round is what got him. His opening round was 1065. Second round was 976 rated.
Oof.
And then he came back with a 1036. So I mean, he He had
needs to
that
get that
Ricky
consistency.
momentum. Yeah, he just needs to get it.
But it's just so weird coming from last season where it seemed like every single time we looked up a tournament, he was in. It was
the
every
last
time.
2 years, really.
Just always, it was number one Ricky.
Yeah.
Every single tournament it seemed like he was winning.
It's wild.
Not even just like winning, like he was always comfortably ahead winning. So
it wasn't like he was winning a stroke or two. Like
Yeah.
most of the time. Last year especially.
He had a great year.
Shout out to Big Germ. He came in 13th.
He had a good showing at the Waco last
Yeah.
week.
For the women's side, Katrina Allen ended up taking down the victory. Sarah Hokum in second. Rebecca Cox in third. Jessica Weiss rounding out fourth. 14 women in that one. That's a good turnout.
That's a deep field, yeah.
Yeah, they paid out the top 6, it looks like. So, I mean, it's a good show out for women, especially when the events were all spread out across the country.
Right. There wasn't that, mainstream single one that everybody flooded to.
Yeah. I don't know what people are waiting for next. I'd have to look. I can't think off the top of my head. I want to say GBO, but I might be wrong. But yeah, that wraps it up for that one. The last one I wanted to talk about was Discraft's Discraft presents Sun Kings Throw Down the Mountain 6. Looks like
that's a mouthful.
Yeah. 207 players showed up. Looked like it was an A/B tier. So probably for all the pro players it was an A tier, and the amateur players it was probably a B tier. Matt Oram came in second, solid showing, 25 under. Calvin Heimberg came in third with -21. Austin Turner tied James Mosier for fourth at 19 under. But Macbeth ended up getting the victory there. And handily, he won. He was... What the heck just happened? Macbeth's name's gone. He shot 32 under. And Matt Oram was 25 under.
Yeah. Dude, and I'm telling you, if it wasn't for he came out in the Waco and bogeyed, he bogeyed and double bogeyed back to back on the back nine, and the way he was playing on that back nine, it almost felt like vintage Macbeth, like he was just crushing it, like banging all these putts, and he was even in a few scenarios where he had to save a par and he was nailing putts, and it felt like. You were like, okay, as I was watching, I'm like, okay, here comes Macbeth. But I had already known that Germ had taken the victory, so it was kind of a bummer. But to see,
but still, it was like 10 under through 9.
Yeah, he had the momentum, and he had that that spurt of like, holy shit, this guy's the best in the world. And then he had that's all it takes in golf and in disc golf. It takes 1 or 2 holes, and that's all it takes for your competitors to just take a few strokes off.
Yeah,
and that's all it took for him.
And I think what it was with Macbeth, for those 4 years, his dominance was just unmatched since basically Ken Climo in the 90s.
In the old days.
Yeah, and so I think people were so intimidated by just being carted up with him or being in the same tournament.
His aura was enough.
I honestly think that effect, and once he kind of lost a few times through, I think more like 2015 or like 2014, and then especially in 2016, people just kind of like, oh, it's Macbeth, and they still respect him,
right?
But
then you see the guys coming through the woodwork like Eagle and Ricky, who who aren't
Simon.
afraid, who aren't afraid to
go
toe to toe with Macbeth, and they're like, well, we can. So just because you're a 4-time world champion doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to keep continuing that, because we're here and we ain't going nowhere.
Seriously. Oh, man. I know it's early for Worlds, but who would you like to see win it this year?
I don't know. I always like to see Simon do well, just because he's fun to watch, and he does those crazy Simon things that nobody else can do. But I almost want to see Macbeth. Yeah. Just because I want to see him do it, because he is getting to like where all these other guys are sort of in their prime. Like, and he's still, I would say Paul's still probably in his prime, but not with, not as far as like winning, championships and, winning So I don't know. I'd like to. I think it'd be cool for the sport and cool.
He's only my age.
It'd be cool for the haters, the people that hate on him.
Yeah.
In all the live chats and shit,
dude.
everybody just wants Macbeth to choke. So I think it'd be cool to see him just take it down.
Yeah, it really would. I would like to see, personally, that's who I would want to win.
Yeah. I think that
just to get back on top so people can be like, "Oh, Macbeth is still here." Cuz I think it's going to take I think it's going to take him winning just like A tiers, and even I feel like he needs to get another. Well, he's probably already going to go down as one of the best.
Yeah.
If not, I mean, some people might argue that he's the greatest ever. But
it's just like Tiger needs to keep knocking out those majors, dude.
Yeah.
And like when it counts,
but like,
when all the eyes are on
can
you.
Macbeth just win a major? Like, I don't know if GBO is a major or a national tour event, but I feel like he needs to win like either the USDGC or Worlds for people to kind of
give him.
And it's crazy to think that because he's already won 4.
Right.
It's like you'd think he would just have
But it's almost like everyone wants to see you succeed. But until they don't, and then they want to see you fail.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like the LeBron.
I was just going to say LeBron.
But, so I think it's one of those things where fans got kind of tired of him winning everything.
Yep.
But at the same time, you're still rooting for greatness. And now that he's slipped even a little bit, everyone's just ready to just bury him.
For real.
Like, that's why I would love to see him just come out and just dominate. Like a big, big tournament. Like I think it would be just awesome. I think it'd be really
even
cool.
go on a streak. Like I mean, I remember looking through his tournament wins through those like 4 years, and he'd play like 25 events, and he would
never lose.
He would get first in like 20 of them.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Mm-hmm.
But
and I think he's still got sparks of that in him.
He does.
If
it's
it wasn't
not gone
for,
away.
It was
he's
almost,
only 28.
Yeah.
He hit no way.
It's like he just hit a couple of trees at Waco, or he was comfortable. He looked good.
Yeah.
He was banging putts. He got a little sloppy on the drive, a little bit of early release or late release, and he hit a tree here, and then that's all it took. But
man,
I think if he just files that down,
you know what was
he has
cool?
the ability to do it.
This is kind of a weird tangent, but we were just talking about like playing and like pros and stuff. I mean, we had the pleasure to interview Nick Masters of Prodigy on our Facebook page earlier tonight, and he basically told us, he's like, dude, you guys can do it.
Oh, yeah.
He told us we could go pro. I appreciated it so much.
Yeah.
Somebody has the confidence in me.
He's never seen you play, but hey.
That's cool though.
But it is because he was probably in the same position where he
seriously
just loved playing disc golf, and he wanted an opportunity to just travel and do it. And he got to the point where he practiced enough, or he was good enough and is consistent enough to do it, just to do it, you know.
Yeah. But good luck to him, and I wish the best for. I mean, after talking to him, I want to see him.
I'm rooting for him.
See him on some lead cards and be able to watch some footage of him and stuff, and get some W's this year.
But do we want to show everybody what we're going to be giving away?
Oh yeah. So we are going to I want to give away the zone.
One, dude. I love the
polka
black
dot stamp, black, kind of smoky.
I always love black disc because it's kind of like.
Yep.
Because you're kind of a badass, because you can lose them pretty easily.
You can lose them pretty easily. It's a limited edition.
It's cool though. With the polka dots.
It's a rumble stamped zone. Got the Iron Lion logo on it. Shout out to Iron Lion for all the discs. So I'll bring this one up so you guys can get a little better view, and I'll post pictures on it on our Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, and I think we're just gonna continue to do your submissions sort of the same way, just because it helps us get eyeballs on our show, and obviously it helps you guys get a chance to win a free disc. So I think we're going to do the same thing. Like, share, and comment. You get an entry for each one of those that you do.
And I wish somehow we could do something with live so that...
Yeah, I did like that guy. Yeah, but obviously this week it didn't work as well.
Yeah, this week it didn't work as well, but people wanted to do it for live viewers only. That way we can try to increase.
Awesome.
I think it'd
that's
be
a great
awesome
idea.
too.
It gives an incentive for you guys to watch it live. It gives the people who are watching it live every week.
How about this? We'll do this one like normal. Comment, like, and share, and for each one of those things you do,
you get an entry.
You get an entry. So
3
potentially
maximum.
3 maximum entries for this zone. And if when we go live next week on our show, if we like maintain like tonight on Facebook, we're maintained around 17 people the whole time. If we could hold 15 or so for like a good majority, like I'll give something of mine away.
Yeah, and it's gonna because we don't want to necessarily commit to it, because if there's like 4 people in there, like it's kind of like we want to give our viewers, people who can't have a chance to watch live, more of a chance. But if we do have a pretty good handful of people, why not? So if you are watching,
even if there's like 8 steadily,
that's what I mean. If you are watching it live, you do for next week's show. If you watch live, you have a better chance of winning a disc.
Yeah,
I guess we can say that confidently.
Yeah,
but this will be the one for just the regular way. We're gonna do this the regular way, but next week we'll choose one of these, or like Lip said, maybe something out of his personal. Who knows? We might get crazy. Who knows?
Yep. Got a lot of destroyers and T-birds and.
Yeah, but I think that's gonna do it for us today.
Yeah, that's all for me.
Yeah, thanks again for the interview, Nick Master, for giving us your time. Thanks for Iron Lion Disc Golf Supply for supplying our discs here that we're giving away,
and the Quad City for their disc golf needs.
Like our Facebook page, go to our Instagram, follow that for just all disc golf shit. People who love disc golf, we got the stuff for you. So
it's just all a mixture of. I have some random like family type pictures that I throw up every now and then.
But hey, it's just more personal. It lets the people in. But yeah, thanks for joining us, and hopefully see you guys live next week. Peace.
Yep. Thank you.